Hello, my name is Sackett, and we are in the Dingbats Dragons test world. And I have been. I put out an episode just yesterday that was about a good couple weeks. So what I didn't get into in that episode is what I've been thinking about. Some of the things I've done already. I feel like something like the cornbread batter here is a success for making bread. Whereas I have a lot of questions about what I've done to dough. However, I like these recipes. Okay? This recipe is also fine. I guess what I wonder is, well, there's a couple. There's this one, which is basically the same. Okay, it's fine. We got the wheat dough. Okay. The let's do dough we're not messing with. Okay, so here's where we start to run into some problems. The ginger dough is fine. This create dough. This is actually better than I thought. I may delete this. Ginger dough. Or this dough. Is it used for anything special? It doesn't look like it. So these are the questions, folks. What do we keep? What do we lose? What's annoying? What isn't? How much progression is there gonna be for automation? And the dough is in better shape than I thought. You know it's in terrible shape though, is vinery. Now what's going on here? The reason I'm looking at this stuff again is because the same mod that is doing a lot of great compatibility stuff is also doing stuff like this. Where it's throwing 2 glass bottles, one full of liquid, into a big basin, and then running a mechanically powered steel mixer through it and somehow getting a solid bottle out. That's a problem. Anyway, so while the dough may be in better shape than I thought, a lot of this other stuff is a problem. One of them, weirdly, I thought I fixed this. I didn't. This is a tortilla. Now, there's one thing going right here, well, and there's 2 things going wrong. First of all, the default recipe, this ain't mine. I can't find it if it is anyway. I can't imagine I do it shaped like this. It's got the corn tag, which is great. But it's shaped, which isn't great, and it uses a water bucket only, which can be a pain to automate. Now you can bulk wash it. I don't want to mess with that recipe. That recipe's great. This one not so much. So there's some things we got to do with corn, and I wonder maybe if the answer is to make the tortillas with the cornbread dough? Because the thing is, and this is okay, this is how ridiculous I'm starting to get with this stuff. I may be taking this way too far, and this is why we're in the test world and I'm talking about this. What if we took the cornbread batter and that's how you make the tortillas, except you do it with a rolling pin or in the what do you call it? The multi-servo press. Is that too insane? Or is it more insane that the way you get a tortilla is I can't even spell it. Well, no, I was spelling it fine, but I don't know what I'm doing. Or is it more ridiculous that, oh, for crying out loud. Is it more ridiculous that you're just running any corn through some bulk washing and getting a tortilla? Can we remove this? Maybe? I don't know. These are the kind of things I'm thinking about right now, and the back's gonna be a weird experience. This isn't even the only problem with corn. Okay? If we go to brewery, right? We've got our very own kernels and our very own corn. Now, the only thing particularly special about this corn is that you can throw it into a silo and get the dried corn. That's the only way to do it. However, if we were to take some of the, that's popcorn. Let's take the kernel. Let's take one of the plants. Alright, we're over here. We'll just throw these in here. Let's check out the plant, right? Now, we're gonna go into survival, because otherwise this isn't gonna be a meaningful test. What do we get? We get corn delight. Oh my gosh, is this gonna make a fool out of... Oi! Alright. This is not what I expected to happen. Oh, beige stone bricks, that's very nice. Let's get a little bone meal. Here's a crop. Oh, I was in creative, that was foolish, but... See, like, what I thought was happening in our Let's Play world was that we weren't getting the Corn Delight stuff. So that's curious. I might have to test that. Okay. I think I may have just been thinking about it wrong in the test world there, but yeah, if we put this here, we get corn from Corn Delight. That's right. That's the problem. It's been a long couple of weeks, folks. we're doing new software at work, and it's difficult to imagine. Like it boots up, but everything else things are going poorly. So it's got me a little bit distracted. I'll be okay. Don't worry about me. But here's the thing, right? Like we're having a really hard time getting the kernels from Corn Delight, or the kernels from Brewery is what I'm trying to say. The corn from Brewery to actually be a thing, and it's only the corn from Brewery that oh, Isabella. The nether miner works now, by the way. Anyway, it's only this stuff that works in the silos. Now, I think we did finally get a hold of some of the... I keep typing what I'm looking for instead of the name of the mod. We did finally get barley. But, like, the thing is, a lot of the things that the compatibility mod is doing is good, and I don't want to get rid of it. But a lot of the things it's doing, I feel like I'm going to need to change. So that's probably going to be the focus of the next update. Anyway, enough of that kind of thing. I mentioned in the last episode that the colony has greatly improved. It has. So this is a level 4 farm in this palette, and again, this is the modern Savannah. So it's got a lot more color in it. It's got a bunch of brown. It was all orange before. I assume the colors are going to continue to differentiate. It's been really orange. In kind of the same way that the modern birch was really birch at the beginning. The structures themselves look kind of cool. Like, I like the shapes. The shapes are very modern, like, you know, mid-century industrial. Not complaining about it. We're getting a level 4 university over here. And stuff like the bricks, that's new in the palette. It's still pretty orange, but it's definitely gonna help. And from what I've seen, the one building we have a top tier, which is only level 3 because it's the tavern. That's just a weird thing about the tavern. That's got a nice purple roof. Now it's still pretty orange, but I believe we will get some more color differentiation like out here. But where we're going to be mostly looking at it from is from here. I have been working on what's going to be the main base a little bit. Still don't have a big tree up here. We're going to have a swimming pool down here, which I have to build very soon, because this other part down here, where a lot of things are going to be, is starting to take shape. Now I put a couple of elevator blocks in here. If you've never seen them, they're pretty easy to use. It's just the default recipe with an ender pearl and 8 wool. Sneak to go down, jump to go up. Good number of blocks. We're going to have some bedrooms over here. Bathroom over here. And then I like the big living room that we did in the last All the Mods pack so much that I'm going to kind of do another bigger version of it down here. And I'm going to be working on this for a minute. Now I've added some more structure to this thing. I'm building it in a weird way that I don't normally do. We'll see. I may have serious regrets as we progress. The part over here is pretty normal. It's just kind of housey. The outside matches the inside. But we're going to come down here. I think I showed this already. Into a big dining room with a huge kitchen surrounded by an aquarium over here. This is probably going to come out into more of it, and it just had to be gravel here, didn't it? Because we've got this huge area down here underneath the pool that we're not doing anything with. And then over here, I've really just kind of built facades, but it would be cool to have a hallway down here that goes into what's gonna kind of be a garage over here, and then some other room up here with, I don't know if there'll be a direct way to get into this really strange room that I've built, or what the purpose of this room is going to be. I thought it would look cool from the outside. We do need more concrete in here. We'll be able to come up into the garden and to access a little walkway up here where these raccoons are hanging out. It's coming along. I haven't just free-handed a huge build in a really long time, and it's, we'll see how it goes. Now, for some of the things that I'm going to want to put in the base, we're going to want a little randomized lighting. So I've been messing with these redstone randomizers from Quark. Not very hard to make. I'm just giving them power from redstone clock from Cyclic, which are also not very hard to make. There it is. Not hard at all. And this has a GUI delay, how much power it sets out, whether it needs redstone or not to work, which is going to be important. This block is pretty simple. When it gets a redstone signal, it sends it one of two directions, right? Right. So I want to goof around with it a little bit. Okay, no, that's correct. Okay, so it will take signals directly from a clock. Okay, that's good. And then if we had Another one right over there. That would go that way and that way. I'm thinking about a dance floor. A nice light up dance floor. We'll see what I can come up with. Meanwhile, colony is going great, except for the forester, who... This is his fault. I just fired him. What we're gonna do is get one of the builders to disassemble this thing. You can deconstruct it and then build it at its same level back in another location. That's exactly what we want to do. Because, like, I've already had to set it so that there's no entrance to the greenhouse. We have to teleport in here. Because he would even press a button on an iron door to go in there and chop down our fruit trees. He's out of control. I tried the wand, it just set the area that he would harvest in, it broke him utterly. I'm starting to set a Drigme area back up because we're gonna need it. I thought we'd try, see if piglin bartering gets us anything interesting. One thing I didn't know is that this makes piglins neutral to us now. That's pretty cool. I don't see anything, super crazy. Good stuff, though. Now I'm collecting mobs for the Drigme, and decided to stop at one of these goaty graveyards and see what it's all about. There is a spawner, which is always nice. I don't know if there's anything under most of these. Probably not. Oh, okay. So we should look. Okay, so there's like multiple spawners. Wonder where that guy came from. Not sure. Aha! Anything else going on in here? Couple bones. Let's see. Now we got these guys, right? Okay. Nothing too bananas. But then there's this thing over here. Okay, this has some good stuff. Couple enchanted thingamabobs. And there's this pedestal. Let's see, there's a skull. There's stone. Doesn't look like there's anything under it. So there it is. Now we're out here. Yeah, it's a little chuggy. We're out here in New Chunks. Those are fairies below us from ice and fire, but they're not why we're here. They're getting us drunk. That's delightful. That's also not why we're here. Hello yourself. We're following our compass here. Now we're heading towards something. We're heading towards a laboratory from Eidolon. Or Eidolon Repraised, I should say. Okay, I think we've been in the wrong spot. This thing is on the surface. I've been searching around underground. I guess it looks like I forgot my monster balls, so I'm gonna go back and grab them. I have a waystone. I didn't bring any of the things I meant to bring. Alright, here we are. Somebody's burning up in the sun. Now, who did we grab? We have just this stupid black wolf who I don't care about that much. But this guy I care about a lot. Zombie brutes are, as you can see, one of the mobs added by Eidolon. They have a special drop that we're gonna farm with the Drigme. There should be some other cool stuff around in here. Stuff that we're gonna need to progress in the mod. Some of Set's stuff right here, the zombie hearts. Soul shards will save us some time, too. Now, if you don't remember the Drigneys from the last world, you see these guys out in the world. You throw them, I think it's a wild and spike, and they give you your shard, and you use it in the enchanting apparatus, and they give you the charm, and you use that on some mossy cobble. You know, very similar to the Worrie sprig, except it's mobs instead of plants. And they give you the drops. Now, these containment jars are by far the best way to have a Drigney, because, you know, they could harvest from here, and also, you know, some of the mobs have other things. Like, we can throw gold on top of this and do bartering, like we saw earlier. Now, I'm still catching them more or less with the monster balls, but we have a ritual brazier over here, just like last time. It's got some source close to it, same source. It's running the Drigney, and a containment jar, none of which are particularly hard to make. And then I'm just taking the monster balls one by one, throwing them in there. The guys get caught in the jars. The Drigney can harvest the guys, and there's no particular, like, you know, these aren't like laggy moving around trying to pathfind, what have you. It's a great solution. So we're getting to about the point we were at in terms of infrastructure and progression to where we were when we started the new world. I think we're going to call it here. I did want to thank everybody so much for watching. People have been watching these quite a bit more than I thought. It's a pretty niche category, switching back and forth between developing and playing the same mod pack. So I really do appreciate you all. If you are playing, you may have noticed by now that the 0.4 version of the pack, the tech update, is now out. The tech is pretty stable. It all seems to work with each other pretty well. There are a few recipes that I'm still not quite sure about, but the bulk of it is done. Now, the next major update and everything I want to go through before the 1.0 release is the magic stuff, and that's going to take a while. We've got some mods that I don't know at all. Some mods that I sort of know that I've like goofed around with, and some that I know really well. So I think next time we're gonna start dealing with those, starting with Eidolon Repraise. So thanks so much for watching. We'll see you then. Bye bye.